If you're over 60, one of the most frustrating challenges you may face is sleep. You might fall asleep easily, but wake up several times in the night. You might feel tired in the morning, even after what seemed like a full night in bed. And you're not alone. Scientists estimate that up to 50% of adults over 60 struggle with insomnia or restless sleep. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you groggy. It affects memory, blood pressure, immunity, and even your risk of falls. But here's the good news. Research has shown that specific nighttime habits can retrain your body to sleep deeper, longer, and more restoratively. Stay with me, because the seventh habit I'll share is backed by neuroscience and can completely reset how your brain approaches sleep. The first habit is keeping a consistent bedtime. As we age, the body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock, that tells us when to feel awake and when to feel sleepy, becomes less responsive. Irregular bedtimes confuse this system. Studies in sleep medicine show that people who go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, including weekends, fall asleep faster and wake up less often in the night. Think of it like programming a computer. Consistency keeps the system running smoothly. Even shifting your bedtime by just an hour can throw off the rhythm. So, choose a bedtime and stick to it, and you'll be reinforcing the very system that governs your sleep. Don't go anywhere, because the second habit explains one of the biggest modern reasons older adults can't fall asleep, even when they feel tired. The second habit is reducing evening screen time. Phones, tablets, and televisions emit blue wavelength light that mimics daylight. Your eyes send this signal to the brain, which suppresses melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. A Harvard study found that exposure to blue light before bed delayed melatonin release by up to 3 hours. That's why you can feel wide awake after scrolling your phone at night. The solution is simple. Switch off screens at least an hour before bed, or use blue light filters if you must. Replace them with a book, calm music, or conversation. Elders in Japan often spend evenings with quiet rituals like tea or reading, and their sleep patterns are more stable because of it. Stay with me, because the third habit uses a ritual that scientists have actually tested for its calming effects. The third habit is drinking a caffeine-free herbal tea. Chamomile, for example, contains apigenin, a compound that binds to receptors in the brain that reduce anxiety and initiate sleep. Clinical studies have shown that chamomile tea improves sleep quality, especially in older adults. Peppermint and lemon balm teas have also been linked to relaxation. A warm beverage additionally raises body temperature slightly, and when the temperature drops afterward, the brain interprets it as a signal to sleep. It's simple biochemistry disguised as a calming evening ritual. Keep listening, because the fourth habit is not about chemistry, it's about how your muscles and joints affect your rest. The fourth habit is stretching before bed. Tension in the body, especially in the neck, shoulders and calves, makes it harder to relax into deep sleep. Research in gerontology shows that older adults who perform gentle stretching before bedtime fall asleep faster and report fewer nighttime awakenings. Light stretches activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest part of your body, lowering heart rate and calming the mind. You don't need yoga poses. Just arm raises, shoulder rolls, or seated forward bends are enough. Don't stop here, because the fifth habit addresses the very environment you sleep in, and the science behind it is fascinating. The fifth habit is optimizing the bedroom environment. Temperature, noise, and light are all powerful regulators of sleep quality. The National Sleep Foundation recommends keeping the bedroom cool, ideally around 18 degrees Celsius. A cooler core body temperature is one of the brain's strongest signals to fall asleep. Darkness is equally important. Light leaks suppress melatonin, so blackout curtains or a simple eye mask can have measurable benefits. Even mild noise increases micro-arousals, tiny awakenings you don't remember, but that fragment your sleep. Using earplugs or a white noise machine can smooth these out. In other words, your room itself can act like a medicine, either healing or harming your sleep. Stay with me, because the sixth habit doesn't involve your body at all. It's about rewiring the mind before bed. The sixth habit is practicing gratitude or journaling. You might wonder what writing has to do with sleep. The answer is stress hormones. When you lie in bed with racing thoughts, cortisol remains high, which blocks melatonin and delays deep sleep. Studies in psychology show that writing down tasks for the next day reduces cognitive arousal, that restless state of planning and worrying. Gratitude journaling, even just noting 3 things you appreciated during the day, lowers stress and activates brain regions linked to calmness. It is a proven way to quiet the mind so the body can drift into sleep. And now, don't miss the 7th habit, because this one comes directly from neuroscience. The 7th habit is controlled breathing. The autonomic nervous system has 2 halves, the sympathetic, which keeps you alert, and the parasympathetic, which calms you down. Slow, deep breathing shifts the balance toward calmness. One of the most studied techniques is the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold gently for 7, exhale slowly for 8. Repeating this just 4 times can lower heart rate and blood pressure. Brain scans show that slow breathing reduces activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and anxiety. In practice, this means you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling more restored. These 7 habits, consistency, reduced screens, calming tea, stretching, a cool dark room, journaling and controlled breathing, are not folk wisdom. They are grounded in decades of sleep research. Each habit works on a different pathway: the circadian clock, melatonin release, muscle relaxation, stress hormones, and nervous system balance. Layered together, they create a powerful framework for better sleep. Remember, sleep is not a luxury. It is the foundation for health, memory, mood, and independence after 60. Poor sleep raises the risk of dementia, weakens immunity, and accelerates aging. But better sleep strengthens everything. These habits cost nothing, require no medication, and can be started tonight. So don't just listen, apply them. Pick one habit tonight, practice it, and notice the difference. Add another tomorrow, and another the next day. Within weeks, you'll begin to feel changes: falling asleep faster, waking less often, and regaining the energy you thought you had lost. Stay with it. Science is clear. When you protect your sleep, you protect your future.